Hello everyone, welcome back guys, hope you all are doing well. This is Mohammad Badrudduja back again with another machine from Hackthebox, and the machine name is UpDown, and the difficulty level of this machine is medium. So pretty straightforward machine and there is nothing much to guess. So I like this machine and let's begin this machine. So we are going to start with the scanning phase and we are going to scan with the nmap. So let's scan nmap space hyphen s capital V for version enumeration space hyphen s capital C for default scripts, and the target IP is 10.10.11.177, and I want to save the scan results in a file named as default.nmap. To save the time, I already ran the scan, so let's see what we have in the scan. So there are two ports open, port number 22 default for SSH, port state is open, and this is the TCP port and it's using OpenSSH 8.2p1. Other port is port number 80, this is again TCP port, state of this port is open, and this port is default for HTTP and it's using Apache HTTPD 2.4.41. So this is the HTTP title, is my website up, and nothing much. So there are only two ports open. Let's write down here. So here, as you can see, there is written our domain, which is site is up.htv. So let's go and we will create a record in the etc host file. So echo space hyphen n, and let's type here the IP of the target machine, and it is site is up.htv. okay, and make sure you put here 2 greater than sign. If you put just 1, it will delete everything from the file and just put this entry. So we do not want to delete anything from the etc host file, we just want to append this line in that file. So etc/host. okay, so now if we try to grab that, site is up from etc/host, so you can see the record is created in etc host file. Okay, now before going further, it's always better to have some kind of backend enumeration, so I'm going to enumerate the subdomains and directory. So to enumerate the subdomain, I'm using fuf space -w for the word list, user share sec list, and inside sec list there is discovery web contents, no, discovery DNS, and subdomain top 1 million, okay, space -u for the URL. So http:// site is up.htb, and we need to specify the header. Which header we are going to use? We are going to use host header, and the value of it is going to be fuzz.site is up.htb. so whatever you need to fuzz, okay, you need to put here in uppercase fuzz and dot site is up.htb, and this is going to be your subdomain. Fine. Space -small t for number of threads. I'm going to use number of threads 60. So hit enter. Control C, because every status is 200, but here the words may be different, so I'm going to filter it with the word. So here the words value is 186. Let's clear it one more time, and here I'm going to say -fw means filter word from 186. So just hit enter, opening new tab, and here I'm going to fuzz the directories. So gobuster dir space -w, user share word list, inside word list there is dub, inside dub there is common.txt space -u, or we can also specify site is up, because we already created the record, slash and space -t for number of threads, let's say 60 here too. Okay. So here, as you can see, we got one valid subdomain named as dev, but the problem here is if you see the status code, the status code is 403. I'm going to Control C and let's write here subdomain is dev, so it is going to be dev.siteisup.htb. Fine. And here directories, and we will see what directories we are going to have. So let's create a record for this also, and we will try to access this. Okay, so I already created the record for dev.siteisup.htb. So let's go and see what directories we have here. So we have .htaccess, which is again 403, htpassword, hta. There is one directory named as /dev, the same name as we found for the subdomain, which is dev. Okay, so I'm going to get that and paste it here. Okay, save that. Fine. So first of all, let's go and see what this web application is doing. And this is basically just trying to check whether your website is up or not. So if we type here http:// let's say my IP is 10.10.14.2, you can see right hand top corner. So let's try here, clear python 3 space -m http.server on port number 80. Fine. And come here 10.10.14.2. This is my IP. Let's try to check whether this site is up or not. So as you can see, this site is up. And what if I enable the debug mode, http:// again the same thing, and check. Let's see what we see this time. So this time you will see here the complete request once you enable the debug mode. So as you can see, the server is running on Python 3.10.8 simple HTTP, and here for the directory listing I have two files, notes.txt and there is default.nmap. So that's correct. Fine. Let's try to capture this request to the burp suite. Come here again. Check. Go to the burp suite. This is the request, post request. And the data is site is equal to, and this is our URL. At the time, once I did that machine, I tried command injection here, and I try multiple ways with multiple payloads, and I actually brute force with all the special characters to see if there is any character allowed here or not. Why? Because here, let's see, if I do something like this 10.10.14.2, and if I try to execute command, let's say id, and check, so you can see hacking attempt was detected. So any special character I put here, it's saying hacking attempt was detected. And if I directly put here something like this, so again this is not allowed, hacking attempt was detected. So after a lot of attempt, I finally give up on this and I move on to the newly find subdomain. So the newly find subdomain is http:// dev.siteisup.htb. hit enter. But as we found before that in the fuzzing, this subdomain we got with the status 403. 403 means forbidden, we cannot access it. Okay, and we found here there is a directory named as /dev. Fine. So in /dev we found nothing. We do not get here any error or any warning, but we have just a blank page. That means maybe there is something inside dev. So that indicates that we need to enumerate more. And what we did here, okay, just leave that, clear it. So let's say dev http:// is up.htb/dev/ hit enter. And as we hit enter, you can see we found here .git. There is .git directory. So I'm going to copy this, come back here, and here I'm gonna say dev gave us this. So to dump that, come here, let's try to access .git. Let's see if we can access .git or not. So as you can see, .git directory is there and all of the directories and files are here. Let's first dump this git directory and we will see that. So for this I actually use git dumper. So there is a git repository for this git dumper tool and you can clone this repository. Okay, a tool to dump .git repository from the website. So you can install it in your machine with the pip command, or you can clone the repository and standalone you can execute with this. So I already have it, I already cloned it. So cd/opt, okay, and inside opt there is git dumper, clear it, ls space -la, python 3 git dumper.py. Let's see, we need to specify the URL and the directory where you want to save all the data of git repo. So python 3 git dumper, the URL is going to be :// site is up.htb/dev/.git. okay, and where I need to save this /root/desktop htb UpDown, and let's say the directory name is repo or whatever directory name you want to mention here. Okay, so just hit enter, and once we hit enter it's fetching everything. Fine. So that means we should have here repo directory, and inside this directory we should have the git repo. Fine. So if we see closely, there is one htaccess file. So htaccess file basically used to define what kind of access or what kind of authorization you need to provide in what condition. So let's try this .htaccess, and here if you see closely there is set environment if no case, special dev, only for dev, required header. So order is deny allow. So first of all it is going to deny and then it will allow, and then it's defined rule which is deny from all and allow for environment, and environment must have required header, and the required header is here is special dev, and the value of it is only for dev. So we found here request header, and request header is this one. So copy that, come back here, like this. So to access this application, you must mention that special or custom header in the request. And how will you do that? So just start the proxy on your browser, enable the proxy on your browser, go to burp proxy, go to the options, and here what you can do is just scroll down and see this option, match and replace. Just here you can add the request headers. So go to the add button, then request header. There you do not have anything to match, you just need to put the header value like this, okay, and make it okay. Now this header is saved here, and any request you will send, that request header will be added. So let's see, just refresh it, and now as you can see the application is open. If I come to the burp proxy, go to the HTTP history, and this is our newly found subdomain. Fine. So here you cannot see that header is added, but let's see, repeater, send this request, and as you can see 403 forbidden. But here it's working. Why? Because you already set it in the option. This is not going to reflect you here, but that is already added in the request. So if you take this request to the repeater and just send this request, you can see forbidden. So in that case you must have to put that special header here. Now if I send this, you can see 200, okay, fine. So now we can successfully access the application. The thing is, there is one admin panel. So if we click, open it in a new page, there is page is equal to admin, but there is nothing. It's saying this is only for developers. But if we match both of these application, what we have before, this one and the application published on newly found subdomain, there is a difference. The difference is, here you can specify only one URL, okay, and here you can specify a list of URLs. So here as you can see, in this version you are able to scan a list of websites. So you can create a file, and in that file specify all the URLs of the websites you want to scan, whether they are up or not, and you can upload the file. Fine. This is the first thing. Go back to the repository. There is admin.php, okay. So let's try to see admin.php, and this is access denied. Fine, there is nothing. Change logs, checker.php. Now in checker.php there is access denied, but if you scroll down here, the first thing is here you can input the file and then check button, which is this, upload the file and check button, okay. Here we have some PHP code. So what it's doing, it is actually, whenever you try to see whether your application is working or not, so it is going to take the URL from the list and it is going to execute curl command, I think, and these are the variables with the curl set option, okay. So what option it's setting, it is trimming the URL, setting the user agent, and here the user agent is site is up.html and the beta version of it, okay. It's setting up the header, which is equal to 1, follow location, return transfer, SSL verify host is 0, that means it is not checking the SSL, okay, and it is not verifying the SSL. Timeout is 30. So if it does not get any reply for 30 seconds, it is going to say maybe the application is down. and here it is going to execute the curl command with all these $ch attributes, right? And for get info, it is going to get info 200 is okay. So if any whatever URL you put in the list, if any gets status code 200, it is going to say true. That means the application, your website is running, otherwise is down. The most important part starts from here. Check. So first thing, it's checking file size. So whatever file you are going to upload here, not greater than 10 KB or must be less than 10 KB. Okay. So here it's saying if the file size is greater than 10 kbps, so it will give you alert that file is too large. This is the first condition. The second condition, check if extension is allowed or not. So this is very important part, because once I see to upload a file here, I was happy. Maybe I can just upload the PHP reverse shell file and access that file and we will get the reverse shell. But no, it's also checking the extension. So these are the extensions not allowed. PHP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 9. HTML file cannot be allowed, cannot be uploaded. PyPL, PHTML, zip, rar, these all the files extensions are denied. Okay. The third condition is, okay, now if the file is uploaded, suppose you upload the text file and the text file is not going to be filtered because it is allowed, it is not in this list. So once the file is uploaded, it is going to create a directory inside uploads directory with the name, and name is going to be, it will take the time and make it MD5 encode. Okay, so /upload /MD5 encode of the time of that particular moment. So it will create this directory, and after creating that directory, whatever file you uploaded, it is going to put that file into this complete directory. So move upload file, whatever you uploaded the file, it is going to move that file into the final path, and then it is going to read the uploaded file. So here also you can see there is file _ get _ content. So whatever file you uploaded, it is going to read that file with this function, file get contents. Okay, now it is going to run the for loop. So whatever file you uploaded, in that file, if there is 10 URLs, so it will take one by one each URL from that file, and it is going to see whether this URL or whether this website is up or not. So here, as you can see, it is using check variable and using this function, is it up, which we have here. It's calling that function here. So then it is going to, there is also one more thing. It is again going to delete whatever file you uploaded. Function get extension file. This is the function with which it is going to actually separate the name of the file and the extension by $. Okay, after this $, anything exists, that is going to be extension. So it is going to check extension too. So that's it. I think we understand everything, but I'm going to write these things. So first of all, the first thing is the file must be less than 10 kbps. The second thing is, we don't need now this. Second thing, it is going to check the extension, and these are the extensions not allowed. So copy that, come back here, paste that. Okay, go back again. Then it is going to create the directory with the inside the upload, taking the time of that particular moment and make MD5 encode. So copy that and paste it here. Let's say upload the file and read the file. Fine. Okay, so we will follow like this. So if you see this part closely, and if you go to access, let's say payloads, all the things, LFI, sorry, file upload, insecure file, file upload hack tricks. This is again the good resource. So let's see, these all the PHP extensions we can try, but the thing is PHP is blocked. Okay, PHP 0 to 9 is also blocked. PHP 0 to 9 is also blocked. That means PHP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up to 9 is already blocked. PHTML, all these. SHTML is not blocked. Let's see. Yeah. So here you can find the extensions. With those extensions you can upload the PHP file. So, but I will use .phar. So let's see. So first of all, let's create a file. http:// my IP is 10.10.14.2. Okay, and copy that, paste it here. Copy, paste, and let's push http:// or you can also try http:// bing.com, something like this. Fine. And here what I'm going to try to execute some kind of PHP echo and echo what? Echo this is me. Fine. So I just want to see whether the PHP code is executing here or not, and I'm going to save this file and save it as, let's say, test.phar. Okay, now coming back here, clear that and cd desktop htb UpDown python 3 space -m http.server. Okay, fine, just close that and enable the burp proxy again, and just refresh one more time to be sure whether the request header is working fine. So it's working fine. Now let's try to go to upload the file, which is test.phar, and check that. And one more thing we need to check. We need to check whether the file what we uploaded is showing here or not. So the path was directory. That directory was /uploads/ and MD5 value of time, right? So, and in this path our file should be there. Let's say test.phar. Inside there we will see the file. So right now we don't know what is going to be the encoded value of the time, so but we can actually try this one. So right now there is no directory, but once we try to upload this file, check that, and here we should get hit. Okay, without wasting time, let's just come here, refresh it, and this file, this directory is created, and click that directory. Here we have our file. So now as you can see, all these values we can see up to bing.com, and at last it's not showing this PHP echo. Okay, but it is executing inside PHP, it is executing echo function, and it is echoing this is me. So that means PHP is working. Now the thing is, if we put here instead of that, if we put here reverse shell, we should get the reverse shell. Fine. So this is the point where you might have stuck, because I stuck for a long time, because whatever PHP reverse shell we normally use, that reverse shell is not going to work here. Some functions with that you can execute commands and you can get the shell, so those functions are disabled here. So to show you that, I'm going to say PHP info. Okay, save it, and let's execute it one more time. So take it back and come here, browse again, test.fir, check, come here, refresh, and we have this new directory. Here we have test.fir, and as you can see, php.info file is there. So if we scroll down to the core part, here you can see there is a section of disable functions, and if you see closely here, you will find popen, pass through, shell underscore exec, system exec. Okay, and all these functions are disabled, also this one. Okay, so all these functions are disabled, but there is one more function which is used to execute the reverse shell, or to get the reverse shell, which is proc underscore open. So here it is not mentioned proc underscore open, right? So what we can do here, we need to create a reverse shell PHP code using proc underscore open instead using these. So I'm going to disable burp proxy, and let's see, PHP proc underscore open. This is the manual. Okay, scroll down, and here you find this. So I'm going to take this, Control C, back to the notepad. Checker.php, we don't need that. Come back here and paste that. Fine. Now what we need to do here is, we don't need this command and environment. Okay, we already deleted the command and environment variables, so delete it from here also. And instead of PHP, we are going to execute the system commands. So with the sh here, because the file size should not be greater than 10 KB, so I'm going to delete this to keep in mind that the size should not go above that. And here, as you can see, it is executing the PHP code here, but we are not using now PHP, we are using sh. So instead of that, we will execute the reverse shell. So pentest monkey reverse shell, one liner. Okay, and I can use this one. Let's copy that and paste it here. Fine. And you need to just change the IP address. So 10.10.14.2, this is my IP address. And let's say I want to use 4545 port to get the reverse shell. Okay. Leave that part as it is. And that's it. So now what I can do, I can take this code and put it in test.fur, paste that, save it, back here, and actually here, nc space hyphen nlvp on 4545. So listening on port 4545, come back here, just enable the burp proxy on your browser, back in the uploads directory, refresh one more time. So you can see the directories are deleted now. Okay, but our purpose is to now test this again. Check here, come back here, refresh this again, and this newly found directory inside uploads, there is test.fur, and now it's keep moving. That means we should get a shell, and we get a shell. Fantastic. So ID, and we are www data, which Python 3, there is Python 3. So Python 3 space hyphen C for executing the command, import pty colon pty dot spawn /bin/bash. Okay, export term is equal to xterm, and now we can execute clear command. Fine. cd, let's see the home directory of www data, and which is var/www. ls space hyphen la. There are only two directories, one is dev and one is html. Fine. I want to see how many users are there. Those can run bin bash from the etc passwd file. So there are two users, one is root and another one is developer. Okay, fine. We cannot access developer. Let's see if there is any executable on which SUID bit is set. So find /perm space hyphen u space hyphen s 2 greater than /dev/null. Hit enter. Okay, all these seems normal, but this one is super interesting because this file exists inside the developer users home directory inside the dev directory. So copy that, come back here in the nodes and paste that. Okay, clear that and cd /home/developer ls space hyphen la. Fine. So there is dev directory. So we have read and execution permission. So let's go cd to dev and we will see there is also ssh .ssh directory, but we don't have any access. Okay, cd dev ls space -la, and there are two files. One is site is up, which we found SUID bit is set here, as you can see, and another file is site is up _ test.py. Fine. First of all, let's execute. And first of all, we will try to execute this. Site is up. Okay, this is same like what we have here in the first web application where we just need to put one URL. This is same like that. Okay, http ://14.2, and there is some error. Okay, because of this. So whatever is that, maybe we need to enclose it within the single quotes or double quotes. I want to see whether strings is there or not. A string is there, so clear string site is up. Okay, let's go. And here is the thing. So whenever we execute the command site is up, we first get welcome to site is up application, and then it is executing the Python file, which is this, right? And that file we already have. Let's see. So clear that ls space -la. This is the file it's executing. We have read and execution permission, so I want to read, and the file name is this. Okay, import request URL, it is asking for input, and there is the input. Okay, we can try something like within the input, because it's Python, it's executing Python, so we can import the OS module. Okay, then .system, we can execute system command, and within the system command we can try ping space -c 3 times to our PC, attacker controlled, and we need to just put here enclose it with the single quotes, right? Okay, and here what I am going to do, we don't need that now. TCP dump space -i for interface, which is going to be tunnel 0, and I want to capture ICMP traffic. Okay, back here, so I'm going to copy that and come back here, clear that, site is up. Okay, now just paste that, hit enter, it is executing, yeah, and we get a hit. Okay, so let's clear this. ls space -la, ls space -la .ssh is there, so I will try to extract or read the ID RSA private key of this developer user, for this developer user. So cd.ssh permission denied, oh sorry, cd/dev execute again, dot site is up, and we just need to change it a bit. We can say cat /home /developer /.ssh id _ rsa. That's it. Copy that back here again and paste that. And this is our id rsa key. So let's copy this key. Come back here, open new tab, paste that, save it as id _ rsa. Okay, we don't need that, we don't need that. Also, we don't need this. So clear. And I think now we don't need this. Control C, clear it, and chmod 600 to change the permission for id rsa file. Clear it. Now ssh space -i id _ rsa developer at site is up.htb. Hope for the best. We should have, okay, we should have the access, and we had exit this and exit this. We don't need that. Okay, so clear it and ls space -la. So there is users.text. Now we can read it because we are now developer user. So this is our first user flag. Clear this again. Fine. So sudo space -l. We can execute this binary with no password with the sudo. And what it does, sudo, let's see, paste that, and it needs something, no URL, no file name requirement, or let's see, space -help. What this does, let's see if we have any exploit for this binary for easy installation. So just come here, easy _ install exploit, if there is any, and there is in the GTFO bin, and the vulnerability for this is too old. Let's see the GTFO bins. Okay, so here we have easy install binary, and we need to see the sudo one. So click on sudo or scroll down, and here you have the sudo. So if you can execute this binary with sudo, so for the privilege escalation you can try this. So just copy that, come back here, clear that, okay, paste it here, hit enter, back here, copy, paste, come back here, copy this and paste it too, hit enter, and I think we are root now. So ID, and we are root. Who am I? ID and host name. Fine. cd/root ls space -la. So there is root.txt, and if you try cat root.txt, hit enter. Oh, tab will not work. cat/root.txt. Oh, not slash. So cat root.txt. Hit enter, and this is your root flag. So that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoy the video. If you like the content, please like, subscribe and share. See you in the next video. Bye.